Talking about interviewing,
Hmm.
sometimes you interview players or people that do not speak English. Do you like change your line of questioning or how you speak to them?
Dude, at the beginning, I used to talk as I normally just talk, and that goes so wrong when they don't speak English. Like, I have a strong British East London accent anyway, let alone when this person doesn't speak English, and they'll be like, "What did you say?" And I learned the hard way by failing many times to be like, "Okay, you need to change the way of questioning.
Mm.
You cannot be giving as much detail." But my problem is, I pride myself in interviews of going into more detail. Right? I'm not just a "How are you feeling?" interviewer, because we got loads of them,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think we should try and get more. We should be more detailed, get more depth out of them. And I realized quite quickly with the ones that don't speak good English, if they say come from Brazil and they're very limited on it, or from a CIS country, you just have to be very basic. Like I've done things where I prepared amazing questions for the player on their team that does speak English, and then they give me another player, and I'm like, well, just throw this on the floor because I'm not asking any questions.
Yeah.
Let's just try and wing this as much as possible and hope that he's going to have an understanding.
Yeah.
You can also tell. So translators are not normal in esports, and I think they should be. Heku is another interviewer in CS:GO. She's amazing because she speaks Latvian, English, and Russian.
Yeah.
So she can do the live translations on the spot. Incredible skills. I should at some point go back to learning my Russian and getting better at it. It would have been hard, but I'm not living in the country now for obvious reasons, so it's a bit more difficult. But like, yeah, Heku nails that. But God, some of these players, you can tell them in advance the questions, and then they might forget the questions or the order of the questions, and you know they're answering what they think they heard you say, but they're not. So that can be fun. You just have to deal with it. It's part of the job. Sometimes it gives you a meme bit of content that someone can tweet out and be like, haha, this was funny. So, you just roll with it.
Yeah, we tried to ask James in Rotterdam for the podcast. He was like, "My English is not very good." And then we took a
Could
picture.
you
It was all
imagine?
good,
Yeah.
but
With the Mario
Dude,
cap. With the Mario cap.
That would be your quickest podcast episode ever.
yeah.
I'm James. It's me. I'm here. You'd ask him, how do you start playing Counter-Strike? I play Counter-Strike very slowly.
Like, very good.
I save AWP.
Oh, James died.
Oh. I felt kind of bad for him because he won the major and then he had to go to the desk and get interviewed.
Oh, dude, that was the best ever. That was. That clip kills me. That buckles me so much. People I know who are from Ukraine and Russia, and they don't follow esports, but they obviously know I work in esports. People I lived with together in Kiev. They were sending me this clip and they were like, "Do you know this guy?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm literally at this tournament." And they go, "What is he doing? His English is so bad." I said, "At least he's trying, guys. Like, come on, be nice." But yeah, it was perfect. He's like, "Oh, I'm major MVP." No, what was the bit on the desk? He's like, "Why am I here?" I love it so much.
I mean, I guess he
And then
practices English.
subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. That's the classic from Jay. I love him.
I mean, at least he got to practice his English. It's was kind of a lesson for him.
Long may he not speak English. I don't want him to speak English. I am fine with James being the meme he is because this is content.
Yeah. I noticed it in Rio as well that there like players you interviewed that some of them are like, yes, go Furia, and that's all they could say.
Dude, when you were rolling up on some fans and they're like, "I speak English," and I'm like, "Cool, let's do something," and then you go, "Oh no, you don't speak. Well, you do speak English, but you don't speak English to give me what I need here, mate. This is not working." Then I met one fan we did a content piece with, and the production were like, "Banks, you need to throw. And I'm like, "I can't shut this dude up." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, man, but yeah, stop." And he was taking that time to show the world he was hyped. He speaks English, and he was given a full he had a paragraphs on paragraphs of monologues of teams he liked, of heroic, and I was like, whoa, I found like the golden ticket here.